one content is there, import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Now, what is the meaning of basically as? By writing as, we can create an object of one class, nothing else. One package is there, and we have to call all the elements or all the contents or all the functions lie inside that particular package. And for that, we have to create one object so that we can call that particular content. I will also discuss today related to this content. I think in the lecture of yesterday, I start with some plotting of graphs. I will also discuss that content in today's lecture. Assert for debugging. For debugging, we are generally using assert, then break to break out of the loop. If you already know about the looping system, then it's okay. Otherwise, we will definitely discuss in the upcoming classes. Then class, continue, def, it's for defining the function, then delete for deleting of an object. In case of else if, we can use elif also. And next one is else. Don't worry about these keywords. If you know about these keywords, then it's okay. If you don't know about the keywords, then there is no need to worry. We will discuss one by one all the keywords in the programming part. Similarly, various other keywords are there: except, false, finally, for, from, global, if, import, in, is. All the contents are self-explanatory in case of Python, used with exceptions. If I'm talking about first one, exception handling is there. If I am writing 1 divided by 0, we can generate infinity. This one is basically in one exception inside the division part. Similarly, true and false. Two contents are there basically whenever we are using digital electronics. In case of digital, we are implementing true and false condition. 5 greater than 7. What is the meaning of this? It means answer should be false. And next is finally, this content is generally applicable inside Java. It's a part of Java, but it's also applicable inside Python. Now, whatever the block we have to execute. And finally, we have to execute that content, try, catch, and finally, basically these three contents are there inside Java. These contents are also applicable inside Python. And creation of for loop, then from, global, if, import, in, and is. Similarly, some other keywords are there. And after the discussion of keywords, basically why I skip some of the slides, because we will discuss in programming. If I am talking about one by one that this is the meaning of for loop, and you can define like this, so it's not appropriate. This one is basically the list of keywords, this one. And this one is only the definitional part. And if we have to work with programming, then definition is not such important, but work is important. That's why I am skipping these content. And what about Python identifier? It is a name used to identify a variable. Now, generally the people ask, sir, how to declare the variable? And is there any kind of variable which we can't declare? This type of question may be there from student side. What type of variables we can declare? I will discuss that part also. Variables and functions, class, module, or other object. This one is known as identifier. Identifier came from identity. We have to identify something. From that, we are generating identifier. Suppose I have to enter the marks of the student. Then generally, I have to write marks is equal to something like that. And if I have to write about employee salary, generally what we have to write, employee underscore salary. It means one variable is there. What I am doing, I have to identify that particular data, nothing else. If I am writing capital A, capital B, capital C, up to so on, some variables are there. It means identification of that particular variable is not possible. Is it okay? Getting my point or not? Whenever we have to declare the variable, what we have to do? We have to write some appropriate name in front of that particular variable. If I am talking about salary, then I have to write salary. If I am talking about marks, I have to write marks, like that. That content is known as identifier, or that declaration is known as identifier. This one is actually variable name. Now, the second line, if I am talking about this content, an identifier starts with a letter, capital A to capital Z, or small a to small z, or an underscore followed by zero or more letters. Means underscore followed by zero or more letters means you can write one letter, two letter, or no letter maybe there. Underscore and digits 0 to 9. Then Python doesn't allow punctuation character such as at the rate, dollar sign, percentage within identifier. Otherwise, they have the specific meaning. If I am writing at the rate inside programming, it has some meaning. If I am writing dollar sign inside programming, it has some meaning. Similarly, percentage sign have some meaning. But Python doesn't allow punctuation characters like these inside identifiers. Means inside the name variable, you can't write like this. Now, Python is a case-sensitive programming language. I think some of the languages are not case-sensitive, similar to HTML. HTML is not a case-sensitive language. Maybe you can identify some more languages which are not case-sensitive, but Python is case-sensitive. Suppose I am writing manpower and manpower. Here capital M is there, here small m is there. Both are different identifiers in Python. And now the next part, there are naming conventions for Python identifiers. Class name start with an uppercase letter. If you have to write a class name, suppose you are working inside object-oriented programming in Python, then class name should start with an uppercase letter. And all other identifier start with the lowercase letter. These are some naming conventions for Python identifiers. You have to remember this. Starting an identifier. Now, maybe the question from student side, class name. Suppose, sir, we start the class name with lowercase letters, then what will happen? It may be the question from student side. You can try using programming and then ask me the question. Is it okay? You can change these contents, uppercase to lowercase and lowercase to uppercase. After that, we will discuss the content. Otherwise, I will directly show you inside Spider platform or Jupyter platform, or inside any integrated development environment. You can do the programming content. Starting an identifier with a single leading underscore indicates that identifier is private. Now, this part is important. Suppose I have to write some identifier and leading with underscore. Suppose I start an identifier with underscore. It means it's private. Starting an identifier with two leading underscore indicates that it's a strongly private identifier. Now, the difference between strongly private and private is related to some restrictions only, nothing else. Some restrictions, additional restrictions are there. Some of the identifiers in case of Python, if you start with underscore and if a double underscore is there, both mean different. Both are different contents basically, nothing else. If the identifier also ends with two trailing underscore, the identifier is a language defined special name. It means some special content is there. It is already defined inside Python platform. This one is also one important part, lines and indentation. I would like to discuss this content using Spider platform. Okay, is it visible? This platform is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose I am writing one variable. A is equal to 7. Print. I am writing here first variable is equal to, suppose I am writing A. Maybe some of the students are known to this part, but if I am clubbing all the students, maybe some of the students are there which are unknown about this part, that how to write the program. That's why I am starting from the basic content. Is it okay? Suppose I am writing this variable A is equal to 7 and print first variable, then comma A. You can print this value. Is it okay? And suppose I have to check the type here. Print, if I am writing in double quotes, type of A, or type of a first variable, type of a variable is equal to, what I have to write? I have to write type, then inside bracket A. Now look at this one. First variable is equal to 7 and type of the variable class int. It is written inside class. If I am writing 7.1, what will happen? Class is converted into float. A variable is equal to 7.1 and class is converted into float. And if I am writing double quotes capital A and execute the program, class is equal to string str. It means the three data types I have already discussed. One is int, and second is float, and third is string. Suppose I am writing some name, Sukhdeep. Okay, and execute the program. Again, the type is string. Now, if I am talking about C language, if you know about C language, there is a difference. If I am writing only single alphabet, like this, capital A is there. This is known as character. In case of C or C++, if you know about this language, if I am writing the combination of alphabets like this, what is the meaning of this? It means this one is known as string in C or C++. This one is the case. But in case of Python, whether you are writing single alphabet or combination of alphabets like this, in both the cases, data type is string. Is it okay? In both the cases, data type is string. And the next case, one more content is there. Suppose I am writing P plus 2J like this. And execute the program. Now this data type is known as complex data type. It means one more content is there, that is complex. Basically, this part is a real part. If I am talking about 3 plus 2J, what is the meaning of this? 3 stands for real part and 2 stands for imaginary part. This one is the content. And one more content is there. If I am writing here true and execute the program again, you can see here the class is bool. It means this content is boolean. one is Boolean. Is it okay? How many data types are there presently? There are other data types also. I will discuss later on. Presently, what we are getting, one is int, second is float, third one is string, then complex data type is there, and Boolean is there. Is it okay? Getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
the contents are there. Now, suppose we have to enter the data from user side.
Sir,
One
is character available over here?
no,
Character
character is not available inside Python. Basically, character and string both are lie under the same category, that is str. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Both lie under the same category. That's why I am discussing about this. And the next one, suppose I'm opening some new file, saving this day2_1.py. Suppose I am writing here a is equal to 12 and b, this one is also the interesting part, 13, and c is equal to 2 plus 5j, and d is equal to true, and then e is equal to, suppose I am writing some decimal value 13.8. I think these are the contents, and f is equal to, in double quotes I am writing my name. Is it okay? These are the contents. These are the variables. First is a integer value. If I'm writing inside comment here, first one is integer. And what about second one? Second one is also integer. Is it okay?
Yes.
And
sir.
what about third one?
Complex, sir.
Complex.
Complex. Very good. This one is complex. And
Then
fourth
Boolean.
one is
Boolean.
Boolean.
Boolean. And next
Float.
one is float.
Float.
And last one is string.
String.
Yes. Suppose I am printing here a plus b. Done. Suppose I am printing a plus b. Then execute the program. You can see 25 here. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I am printing. Let's write here integer plus integer. Is it okay?
Yes.
Is equal to. I am writing like this. After that, suppose I am writing int integer plus complex. Then what will happen? A
Get,
plus,
sir, complex data type, sir.
yes, complex plus integer. Suppose I am executing this one. Look at this one. Answer is equal to 14 plus 5j. What is the meaning of this? It means 12 is added to 2. Means real part is added to real part, and imaginary part is added to imaginary part. Suppose one more content is there. Suppose I am writing a1 is equal to 11j. This one is again complex part. Okay. What is the difference between these values? Actually,
Integer.
the variable c is not a pure complex value. This one is the combination of real and complex value. Is it okay?
Integer plus.
This one is a combination of real and complex value. What about this
Imaginary.
value? Complex value. This one is a pure complex value.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
This one is a pure integer value. Now, suppose I am writing here int next value complex, or you can write pure complex plus complex value. Actually, I would like to represent two parts. One is real and second is complex. That's why I am executing this content. A1 plus C. Now execute again. Look at this one. You can find 11J is added to 5J. Is it okay? This one is 2 plus 16J.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now one more thing is there. Suppose I am writing print C dot real. Then execute. You can print only the real part. Look at this one. You can print only the real part. And second one, if I am writing print C dot imaginary, I can print only the imaginary part. Is it okay? Is it okay? You can print separately the real and imaginary parts. Now, one question is there, maybe in multiple choice questions. Maybe. Suppose I am writing here one variable, capital A is equal to 11 plus 7J. The question is, what is real part? What will be the answer?
What is the real part?
11.
Sir, 11.
The answer is 11.0. It's not 11. It's 11.0. That's why I am asking the question. What is the imaginary part? This one is 7.0.
7.0.
Basically, what is the criteria? Inside complex, both the real and imaginary values are in float. Is it okay?
Wait.
Is it okay? Is the
Wait.
content clear?
No, no. Sir,
Actually, there are two parts. One is real part and second is imaginary
Imag-
part.
okay.
And real and imaginary part by default save inside complex as floating point.
Okay. Okay.
That's why 11 is equal to 11.0 and 7 can be read as 7.0.
Zero.
You can write 7, but you have to write the answer 7.0, not 7. Suppose this one is the question inside examination, or it may be there. It may be there. Is it okay?
Okay.
Sir, isn't it possible to make any imaginary number without J? Sir,
How can you write that? How can you say that number as an imaginary number?
sir, that
Mhm.
that's not real number. Sir,
So,
like if I
minus
want
Can
to
you
make
give me the example? Suppose I am writing
Minus.
new value. Okay, P is equal to. It's a new thing for me also. Please tell me.
sir, I'm asking one question, sir. Why
So-
can't we make some variable like 10t, 10c? Only 10j is available over there. 10t, 10m.
J is by default defined by Guido van Rossum. That is J indicates a complex number, nothing else. Actually, this one is compiler programming. It's not the programming of Python. I think maybe if you know about the compiler programming, this one is basically defined inside compiler. That if you are writing J, it means that the number is complex. And if I am talking about R programming, inside R programming, if you write I, then it stands for a complex number.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, what is real part में तो वो 11 हो जाएगा 11.0. इमेजिनरी मतलब कोई भी नंबर इमेजिनरी है तो इट मींस वो डिफाइन नहीं है there. जैसे कि यहाँ पे 7j दिया हुआ इसका मतलब 7 रूट -1 यानी कि उसके कांस्टेंट टर्म को सिर्फ ले लेंगे.
Yes. Only actually J. What is the meaning of J? J stands for just a sporting file. If I am writing, for example, if I am writing 20 Newton, what is the meaning of this? It means I am talking about force. If I am writing 20 meter, it means I am talking about length. If I am writing 20 kilogram, it means I am talking about weight. If I am writing 7J, it means I am talking about complex number. That's all.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Done. I think the content is clear. Suppose one more thing is there. Suppose I have to combine. Suppose I am writing print A plus B. What will be the answer? Suppose I am writing A plus D. A is integer and D is
12,
boolean. What will be the answer?
12 plus true.
12 plus true. What will be the answer?
13.
13. Okay, let's try. Integer plus bool. Let's execute this one. The answer is equal to 13. Why the answer is equal to 13?
Because sir, bool का integer value, true
Yes,
का
yes.
integer
Two
bool value
is
1
taken.
होता है.
2 is taken as 1. And suppose I am adding print. Now this one is the problem. Suppose I am adding A and F. What will be the output? A and F. A is integer value. And what about F? This one is
String, sir.
string value. Can I add these terms? Can I add or not? Let's check this one. You can't add. Look at this one. Unsported operand for plus int and string. You can't add integer and string value. Is it okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर अगर ये F में पूरा सुखवीर की जगह पे सिर्फ S होता तब तो वो ऐड हो जाता ना, तब तो वो ऐड हो जाता.
Just a minute. Suppose I am writing like this. Is it okay? Is it okay?
नहीं
Yes
होगा.
sir.
नहीं होगा.
Okay. Let's execute this one. You can't add. Basically, the content is you can't add integer with the string value. This is the problem. Suppose I have to add these items, then what to do? I have to convert integer value into string by writing like this. str inside bracket A, like this. Okay, now execute this one. Look at the output. Answer is 12s. Is it okay? I have to convert integer into string by writing str. Is it okay?
सर यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई कैसे हो गया?
ये वो
It's not
फॉर्मूला
multiplication. This one is
It's
a concatenation of
concatenation.
two strings.
Sir,
This one is
concatenation.
yes.
They
It's
concatenate
concatenation.
with each other.
Is it okay?
Yes sir.
Okay sir.
This one is concatenation. I think got my point or not?
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
What is the problem?
Yes, sir.
Sir, concatenation क्या होता है?
Concatenation means combination of two strings. If I am
That
writing
means-
Sukhveer Singh, if you are writing your name with surname, what you are doing? You are concatenating two strings, not the addition of data. This one
Sir,
is not the addition
just
of
give
data.
an example, sir. Give an example.
Okay.
Hmm.
Suppose I am writing here. Let's take one more content. Suppose I am writing A is equal to, you can give any idea, 12.3. Is it okay? This one is the variable. Suppose this one is the A1 or capital A or V1 is the variable. Is it okay? Done. And the second variable is equal to 17.65. This one is the second variable. Suppose I am writing print V1 plus V2. Now execute this part.
It will first plus.
This one is the output,
Yes.
29.95. Is it okay?
So the print value is 29.95, and then this is the value.
Okay. This one is the addition.
Addition.
One is addition. Okay. Now what about concatenation? If I am writing print, suppose I am writing here print str, then v1 plus str v2. Is it okay? I am converting the integer or float data into string value. Now look at the output. This one is the output. 12.317.65. Now what is the meaning of this? First value is 12.3. Second value is 17.65. Look at this data. It will print all the contents in series, nothing else. Suppose I am writing 12 here and 17 here. First answer is equal to 29 and second answer is equal to
Okay, sir. Okay,
1217.
okay. I got it.
Nothing else. Is it clear?
यानी कि 12 और 17 का concatenation करेंगे तो 1217 हो जाएगा.
Yes. 12 and
sir,
17
just like,
basically what the
just
system
like
is doing. 12 is equal to string. It's not a number.
Sir, just like Ajay plus Singh, Ajay Singh.
Yes.
Singh.
You can write like that. Okay.
Sir, there
But
is
sir,
no
for the
space.
concatenation, we have to use str before that.
Yes. You have to write str.
Oh,
That's
one more
if
thing
you
I would
already
like
have
to
string, if you already have string, then it will concatenate with each other. No problem.
Yes.
You don't have-
One more thing I would like to discuss related to this one, so that we can make clear these contents. Let's try that one. A2 underscore second program. Let's try that one. Suppose I am entering some data. N is equal to input in double quotes, enter any number. Is it okay? This one is the entry criteria. You have to write input only. Then this one is N1 and second is N2. Input. Enter other number. Is it okay? Suppose I am writing here print in double quotes output is equal to, then I am writing N1 multiply or plus sign plus N2. Is it okay? Suppose I am entering the data from user side. Enter any number. Suppose I am entering 7 here. Enter other number. Suppose I am entering 8 here. The output is equal to 78. Look at the output now. The output is equal to 78. Now, why the output is equal to 78? Because by default, if you are entering the data, it's stored as string value. If you are entering the data. Is it okay?
Yes.
It means here I can write by default
सर अगर हम
entered-
नंबर की जगह पे कोई नाम भरें
वही बहुत बात कर रहा हूं बेटा मैं. That's why I am talking like that. By default, the entered data is string. Entered data is string. Suppose I am executing again the program. I am writing here any name. Then like this. You can write Sukhveer Singh like that.
Sir, space.
You can put space also like
Sir,
that.
by default space क्यों नहीं आई?
By default, space is not there. You have to place a space here like this one. N1, then space N2. Again, execute the program. If I am writing here any name like this one, you can put space. Is it okay?
Okay,
You
sir.
have to insert space in between N1 and N2. By default, the entered data is a string data. Suppose I have to enter some integer data. Then what to do?
Sir, we can say that int, then we can enter the data inside the int.
Yes. We have to declare. Okay. Suppose I'm opening one new file also. Okay. Suppose I'm writing here N1 is equal to, I'm saving separately all the files so that you can pick the data. Okay. I'm saving all the files separately so that I can share that content. Otherwise, if I am overwriting the content, it's very difficult to handle the content. Input. Here I am entering, enter first number like this. Is it okay? Copy this one and paste the file. I'm writing here N2, enter second number. And I'm writing here print in double quotes sum is equal to. Then N1 plus N2. Is it okay?
Yes.
So this one is the content. If I execute the content, enter first number 12 and 13. You can see sum is equal to 25. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Suppose one question is there. Again, execute the content. Suppose I am writing Sukhveer here. Entry is there. Look at this one. Invalid literal. Int with base 10. This one is not the integer value. System
It's a
halts
string.
again. You can't
It's a
enter.
string.
Yes. You can't enter even the second value. The system halts.
But if we put N2 in string, it will execute then?
Okay, let's try with that. Suppose I am writing 23 and second
No.
value is Sukhveer.
I mean,
Look at this
in
one.
the
You can't execute the content.
no, sir. I'm in the input part. If
Okay. Suppose I am writing string here.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
str. Done. Now execute the content. Enter first number 23 and second as some name. Look at this one. Again, the content is not feasible because you can't add integer and string value.
It's the same that you teach.
Yes.
Okay.
Suppose I am writing float here.
Now it's possible, sir. It's
It's
possible.
possible.
because,
Yes. This one is
the
basically
answer would be a float value, sir.
yes.
Yes.
Suppose I am writing here 12 and 13. Look at this one. Answer is float value. You
Yes.
can enter integer value inside floating content. Done? Any
Yes.
doubt up to this point?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now I would like to share some content from yesterday's lecture. Some additional content from yesterday's lecture. That part is basically pending part. This one is how to enter the data, nothing else. And one more content. day2_4.py. This one is the fifth program. Okay. one package is there. The name of that particular package is NumPy. I would like to explain about that content because that part is important. NumPy. NumPy stands for basically numeric Python. Now, some part are there related to this one, numeric Python. Now, what is the meaning of first line? Why triangle is there at the top? Import stands for we are importing the file, and NumPy is one package. And what is the meaning of NP? In case of NP, you can write anything, no issues. You can write. Basically, NP is similar to object. Now, what I would like to explain, suppose I am printing NP dot range, then 12. Suppose I am writing like this. NP dot range 12. Then execute the program. Look at the output. Now, what is the meaning of this output? You can separate this content. Suppose I am writing here one
NP,
variable
sir.
A is equal to NP dot range, then 10 is there. Then I am printing the value of A. Then execute the program. Look at this one. If I am writing NP dot range and inside 10, you can print the data from 0 to 9. Means 10 is not there. What is the meaning of this? I have to write in comment section. If I am writing NP dot range and inside n is there, what is the meaning of that? I can print the data from 0 to n minus 1. Is it okay? I can print the data from 0 to n minus 1. If I am writing 1000 here, I can print the data from 0 to 999. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
one is the data. Means if I have to insert some values directly, then I can insert that particular value, nothing else. This one is the content. Now, if I am declaring one more variable, E is equal to NP dot range. If I am writing here 1, 20, 2, what is the meaning of this? Int, then B is there. Let's execute the program. Look at this one. What about the data? First value is 0 to
Except
9.
So difference is
Difference is equal to 2.
yeah, difference
Now,
is 2.
first value is the starting point, and this value is the last value, and this value is basically jumping factor, or you can say step size. This one is step size. If I am writing 5 here, it means the step size is equal to 5.
Yes.
If I am writing some negative value, what will happen?
It will -1. Minus.
No answer is there because negative value is not there. If I am writing first value as 1 and second value as 20, how can I reduce the value? I have to write here. Suppose I am writing 100 here. Now it's possible.
Yeah.
195. Now this one is possible. It means 3 contents are there basically. One is, suppose I am writing 1 to 20 only. What will happen? This will print from 1 to 19. If I am writing 11 to 20 or 13 to 20, it will print 13 to 19. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Last value. Now basic content is what last value is not included.
तो ये नेगेटिव के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं.
Yes, we can use it for negative also. I am discussing that part. Okay. I am writing all the possible contents. Then later on, I will display the values. Is it okay? I am writing all the possible criteria. First one is A. I am writing np dot range only. I'm writing here first value A is equal to comma A, and this one is second value B is equal to this one is the second value. Is it okay? These are the two contents. Then I am writing C is equal to NP dot range, and inside suppose I am writing 20 comma 13. Then print and double quotes C is equal to then comma C. Is it okay? Suppose I am writing 13
Yes,
to
sir.
20, then 20 to 13. Let's execute the program. Look at this one. First value is from 0 to 9. Second value is from 13 to 19. And what about 20 to 13? No value is there. If I have to give the values in reverse order, then I have to write -1. After that, I can display the values. Is it okay? Look at this one. And the last value is again not there. Last value is excluded. And the first value is included. Is it okay?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This one is the criteria of writing the content using NumPy. Now one more content is there. Suppose I am writing D is equal to NP dot linspace. This one is the content. Suppose I am writing 1, 2, 100. This one is the content. Print. Then in double quotes, D is equal to comma D. So this one is the value. Let's execute this part only. The last part. Look at the output. Can you explain the output? Any student? What is the output? Suppose I am writing here 10. Okay. I am reducing the value. Look at the answer. Part D.
Sir, it has divided one in 100 parts. One to that 1 to 2 in 100
One
parts.
is, yes, equal parts. If I am writing 10, it means in between 1 to 2, 10 values are there. If I am writing 1000 here, it means from 1 to 2, 1000 values are there. Is it okay? These are the 1000 values. These are the values. It means I can divide the content into that number of values. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
one,
सो ये
one is
कंसेक्यूटिव नंबर के लिए होगा या हर किसी के लिए वैलिड है?
ये डेसिमल के
I
लिए
mean,
भी वैलिड है आई थिंक. Okay, let's try with the decimal number. Consecutive तो होगा, but if I am talking about this content in decimal, in case of this one is too much similar to for loop. But inside for loop, I think integer values are valid. What about decimal values? Suppose I am writing like this. E, another variable, is equal to NP dot range. Then I am writing 12, 19, then 0.65 is there. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
And I am writing in double quotes, E is equal to comma E. This one is the content. Let's execute this part. I am writing 10 here only. Look at the output. First value is equal to 12, and then 12.65, then 13.3, then 13.95. It means with a gap of 0.65, you can display the values. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Just
sir.
like list.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर,
Yes.
सर यहाँ पर जो आपने अरेंज और लिन स्पेस वगैरह जो भी लिखा है, इसका मतलब क्या है?
अरेंज एक्चुअली एक डेटा को सेट करने के लिए कुछ कंटेंट यूज किए हुए हैं. बाय डिफॉल्ट दीज कंटेंट्स आर देयर इनसाइड पाइथन. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अरेंज? अरेंज स्टैंड्स फॉर you have to write some specific value from one number to another number with a separate capping. And what is the meaning of len space?
Sir,
Len space stands for you have to write total count in between some numbers. Whatever the count you would like to produce, you can produce that particular number. Nothing else.
तो मीन प्री डिफाइंड है सर.
Yes, yes. These are predefined content.
predefined and NumPy, sir. These are predefined functions from NumPy.
Yes, yes. These are the predefined. Yes, you're exactly right.
Sir, sir,
These
how
are
to
the
download
predefined.
sir, how to download this module, sir? What is the module name, sir?
Yeah,
Because
you don't need to download the module. Basically, you have to install this module, NumPy. You have to install this module inside your Python platform.
yes, sir.
By
That
writing
means
pip,
pip install.
yes, yes, yes. Pip install NumPy. You can write. Or
Okay,
conda
sir.
install NumPy.
Sir, I am currently using sir VS Code with Python compiler, so I have to do pip install.
Maybe you have to write pip. With the help of pip, I think you can install this package.
Yes, sir. This Conda isn't working over here.
Yes, yes, yes. Conda is only for Anaconda system.
Anaconda, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Exactly right. Okay. One more thing I would like to discuss. That's related to your for loop. So that we can continue with the programming content. I am basically doing some basic contents regarding programming, nothing the complex one. These are the basic introductory part of programming. It's not the complex part. Within 1 or 2 days, I will start with the complex part also. Target points are there, and with the help of that target point, we have to develop the program. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
One content is there. Suppose you have to design pie chart. Is it okay?
Okay.
Suppose you have to design pie chart. I will discuss last content of today's lecture. That's how to design pie chart. Basically, this one is one important part as far as data handling is concerned. This one is too much important aspect. For that, first of all, what we have to write from matplotlib import pie plot as PLT. Now, what is the meaning of this? Now, one more topic is pending. Why the triangle is there on the left hand side? This one, any student. Why the triangle is there? From matplotlib import, this one is not the error. This one is basically the symbol. Triangle is the symbol that we declared this content at the top, but still we are not using this content. That's why triangle is there. Look at the triangle part code analysis. Matplotlib.pyplot as PLT imported, but unused. Is it okay? This one is unused. If I am using this content, then it's okay. Suppose I am writing here PLT. Some data is there, first of all. Suppose I am writing the data as 100, 78, 57, whatever the data you would like to write, 112, then 69. Suppose this one is the data. Is it okay? Some data is there, X, set of data. I have to develop pie chart of this data. Then PLT dot pie, and inside bracket I have to write X only. Then execute the program. And see the pie chart. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
sir.
too much simple in case of Python. Too much simple. You have to give the data and just you have to write plt.py. You can design the pie chart. Now, some additional
Sir,
features.
सबके composition लिखना था.
Yes, yes, we can
We
write.
have to write the
Yes, yes,
composition
yes, yes.
then.
I am going to discuss that part also. I am going to discuss that part also. How to work with this pie chart. Suppose I am writing here, comma, radius. First part. Suppose I am writing radius as equal to 2. Okay. Execute the program. Look at this one. You can increase the radius. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more thing is there. One by one we will discuss. Suppose I am writing title here. Title is equal to. Suppose I am writing in single quote automation and robotics first AR1. Then I am writing AR3. Then I am writing CSC 1. Then I am writing CSC 3. And I am writing CE first. Is it okay? These are the 5 contents. Then execute the program again. Now title is not introduced inside this one. What I have to write? I have to write here labels is equal to title. And execute the program again. Look at the output. You can see all the contents here. AR1, AR3, CSE1, CSE3, ECE1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Okay, sir.
now different type of questions are there. How to increase the font size, how to set the color with our own choice. Suppose I have to set the color, then what to do? Okay, let us check that. Suppose I am writing here colors. Okay, like this. Colors is equal to. Suppose first color is red, and second requirement is green, and third requirement is suppose blue, and fourth requirement is cyan color, and for black alphabet is K. Is it okay? Suppose these are the colors. This one is the basic code of writing the content, nothing else. What I have to write, colors is equal to, what is the variable name? Colors. And execute the program. Look at this one. You can change the colors. First color is red. Second color is equal to green and blue. Cyan color is there and black color is there. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
one
sir.
more thing is there. One more thing is there. Suppose I have to highlight the content. Then what to do? For that, suppose I am declaring one variable EX and I am writing here 5 variables are there. 0, 0. Suppose I am writing here 0.1, then again 0, then 0.1. Here I have to write explode. EX, second part. Explode is equal to EX. EX is declared content. Now execute the program. Look at this one. It means you are highlighting CSE1 and ECE1. You are highlighting the content. Exploding of content is there. If I am writing 0.3, it means some separate content is there. Look at this one. Is it okay? You can display the content accordingly.
Yes, sir.
one more thing is there I would like to add. That is start angle and end angle. Here the start angle is equal to 0 degree. First value is equal to AR1. We are starting from 0 degree. If I have to start from 90 degree, then what to do? I have to write here start angle is equal to 90. Now execute the program. Look at this one. You can start the content from 90 degree.
Sir, what about shadows, sir?
What about a shadow?
Shadow.
Okay, we will try with shadow also. Yes, shadow part is also there. Suppose I am writing shadow here. Okay. Shadow is also there. Yes. Shadow is equal to, suppose I am writing 100. And execute the program. I think shadow is there. Suppose I am writing 500.
Yes, sir.
Increase this part. Shadow is there. Yes. Look at this part. Shadow is there in the screen.
So,
I think different parts are there you can work with. One is
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
so कलर के लिए K, ब्लू के लिए K यूज करेंगे.
No, it's for black.
For blue,
It's for
B
black.
is there, and for black, K is there. One more thing is there I would like to discuss. Okay. Suppose we are choosy with colors. We have to select the colors and the indication is not known to us. Suppose this one is there. Is it okay?
Okay, can we use sir hex code or RGB?
Yes, yes,
RGBA
yes.
over-
I am going to
Okay.
discuss that part also. Suppose I am writing here in Google color codes or color picker. Suppose I am writing color picker here. Is it okay?
Yes,
Suppose
sir.
I have to select the color from this one. These are the colors. Suppose I have to select this one. Done. I have to select any color like this one. Suppose I have to select this one. Let's copy this code, hex code, and paste inside the spider platform. In place of black, suppose I am pasting this one. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now execute the program.
Yes, sir.
Look at this one. Look at the
Yes,
last
sir.
color.
Sir, if we separate this chart, pie chart,
If we
means if we gave a border, how we gave it?
basically with the help of shadow, you can square box is required.
Yes, yes.
Square box is basically for boundary.
Yes.
For that, one more thing is there. I think with the help of that content, you can display the value. Suppose I am writing here plt dot legend, and here I am writing title is equal to classes. Okay. Or branches, you can write. Look at this one. This one is one highlighted content. This one is also the additional part, and suppose you have to change the location of this one.
Yes, sir.
You have to change the location of this one, then you can write here location is equal to, suppose I am writing lower right. Okay. Then execute this one. You can change the location, and you can place this content outside the box also. For that, what we have to write box underscore to anchor. This one is the code, and inside bracket, suppose I am writing 1, 1. Now look at the position. 1, 1 lies here. If I am writing 0.5, what will happen? Let's check that. You can display the data downward. If I am writing 1.8, it means right hand side shifting is there. Yes. Means the display of the content. Red color indicate AR1 and green color indicate AR3, then CSC1, CSC3 and ECE1. All the contents are there. One box content is still pending. Actually, you have to design the content inside box. It means one designing that rectangle, and inside that rectangle we have to design pie chart. Basically, this one is not the I think part of pie chart. Getting my point or not?
Not, sir.
Basically, your question is that how can we design pie chart inside rectangle? This one is the question, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It means we have to combine two category of charts. One is rectangular and second is pie chart. In case of pie chart, by default, rectangular contents are not there. By default, this scaling content is not there. Only this part is there. This part, this explanation is there. Means the labeling part is there. You can do one more thing. You can increase the size of text. I would like to discuss that part also. Suppose I am declaring one variable WP is equal to, what is the meaning of a WP? It's wedge properties. And I am writing line width. First characteristic, suppose this one is equal to 2. And what about second size? Suppose one more content, edge color. And for edge color, I am writing, suppose red is there. And here, inside the pie chart, what I am doing, I am writing wedge props is equal to WP.
Sir, we are using KW args, right? Over here,
Yes, yes. We are
keyword
using.
arguments.
Yes. Now, execute this content. Look at this one. You can set the boundary. You are talking about the boundary. Basically, I am setting the boundary of that pie chart content. That colored boundary is there now. And width is also there. If I am setting the width is equal to 7, you can set the width of the line. Look at this one. Is it okay? This one is the boundary of this content. Basically, pie chart needs the boundary of that pie slices, nothing else. Similar to pizza. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
my point? Okay. In tomorrow's lecture, I will discuss some more thing about pie charts. One thing I will discuss related to these pie chart also. And the second one is how to develop a pie chart inside pie chart. That content I will discuss. And then bar chart, and then line chart, how to set colors, everything. And one more thing is there, that is scatter plot. I will discuss about that part also. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Thanks, beta. Thank you for attending the lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. सर कितने बजे लगता लेक्चर?
7:15.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Welcome,
sir.
beta. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.